just like to say that I have to congratulate Iowa on an incredible season. Awesome, awesome. And I want to personally thank Caitlin Clark.
For months, book coaches and players downplayed Caitlin Clark as just another rookie.
So there, Van Loo thought she was fouled. Here's Clark off to the races, ahead for Wallace. Perfect. Clark sees two.
They dismissed her impact, overlooked the record-breaking stats, and tried to downplay her greatness. But now the truth is undeniable. Caitlin Clark is simply too big to ignore.
Harrington all over her. Clark eyes up. Bounces to Boston. Boston one-on-one with Jones will flip it in.
The same coaches who once refused to acknowledge her greatness are now changing their tune, finally giving Caitlin Clark the praise she's always deserved. Why? Because the so-called stars they tried to elevate over her have completely flopped, missing easy layups, prioritizing TikTok trends over their game, and proving to everyone just how overhyped they really are.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to dominate, outclassing the competition, proving she's a generational talent and making her doubters look foolish. She stands alone, no rival.
Clark, step back, hand off Boston. She'll give it back to her. Good ball movement. Samuelson's open, and she delivers with a three.
Start of the season. Some WNBA coaches did everything they could to downplay Caitlin Clark's impact. They treated her like just another rookie, despite her already being the biggest name in women's basketball. They dodged questions about her, shifted focus to other players, and tried to create the illusion that she wasn't as special as everyone knew she was. But the problem, fans never bought into that narrative, and, more importantly, neither did reality. Caitlin Clark has been putting up numbers so dominant they make ignoring her impossible.
Aerobic fitness is good. I need it.
WNBA coaches are singing a different tune. Suddenly, they're praising her work ethic, leadership, and game-changing talent. They're finally admitting what fans knew all along. Caitlin Clark isn't just a great player. She's the face of women's basketball at the start of the season. WNBA coaches did everything they could to downplay Caitlin Clark's impact. They treated her like just another rookie, ignoring the fact that she was already the biggest name in women's basketball. They dodged questions about her, shifted focus to other players, and tried to sell the illusion that she wasn't as special as fans knew she was. Clark has been putting up numbers too dominant to ignore, forcing even her biggest doubters to acknowledge the truth. The same coaches who once dismissed her are now praising her work ethic, leadership, and ability to transform the game. Some are calling her the best shooter they've ever seen. Others are raving about her elite basketball IQ and how she elevates everyone around her. For months, the WNBA and the media tried to push another narrative. They desperately wanted to convince fans that someone else, anyone else, could be on Caitlin Clark's level. They handpicked their so-called chosen one, a player they propped up as the next big thing, the one meant to rival and even outshine Clark. Fans watched in disbelief as this supposed superstar missed wide-open layups, struggled to make an impact, and seemed more focused on social media than improving her game. The WNBA's attempt to manufacture a rival for Caitlin Clark backfired spectacularly. Instead of rising to the occasion, their hand-picked alternative only exposed the massive gap between herself and Clark. They tried to pretend Caitlin Clark wasn't the biggest star. But every attempt to push someone else ahead of her has collapsed. Every coach who ignored her is now forced to praise her. She's putting up historic rookie numbers. She's bringing in more fans, more revenue, and more media attention than the entire league combined. She's outplaying so-called superstars who were hyped for years, proving there's simply no one on her level. This season started with doubt, jealousy, and coaches pretending Clark wasn't the biggest thing in the WNBA. But now they've been forced to face reality. They've watched their hand-picked stars fail in embarrassing fashion. They've seen Clark put on a masterclass in what true talent looks like. And now they have no choice but to give her the respect she's earned. It's too late to pretend otherwise. Caitlin Clark isn't just a star. Even some of the most respected basketball minds have admitted what fans already knew. After a game, one opposing coach summed it up perfectly. Nobody else seems to be able to guard her. We didn't even guard her last year when we beat them. She's just a generational player. She makes everyone around her better. That's what the great ones do. Asterisk. These aren't casual observers or media talking heads. These are some of the sharpest minds in basketball, coaches who understand what it takes to build champions, develop superstars, and lead teams to the finals. Their words carry weight because they recognize greatness when they see it. Even Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White compared Clark's impact to Taylor Swift, calling her Taylor Swift 2.0. Despite her fame, White emphasized that Clark's humility and relentless work ethic ensure that her celebrity status won't distract from her dominance on the court. Stephanie White has been around true WNBA stars her entire career, as a champion player and now as a coach. She knows what it takes to lead a team to glory. And she, like the rest of the basketball world, understands one undeniable truth. Between hype and true greatness, the distinction is clear. Caitlin Clark is the real deal. The fact that top coaches see her not just as a star on the court, but as someone capable of handling immense fame proves that Clark isn't just an elite player. She's a transcendent icon in the making. Then there's Christy Sides, the former head coach of the Indiana Fever, who had a front row seat to the most electrifying rookie season in WNBA history, with decades of coaching experience at both the college and professional levels. Sides didn't just praise Clark, she put her in the company of basketball's fiercest competitors. Sides compared Clark's competitive fire to Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Steph Curry, players defined by their relentless drive and unshakable will to win. She also likened Clark's leadership and mentality to WNBA legend Diana Taurasi. Known for her killer instinct and ability to take over games, she's playing really well. She's shooting the hell out of the ball, and she's making sure she's finding those open players. She had some amazing assists tonight, a triple-double, the second one ever for a rookie. Just really proud of her and her continued ability to keep her teammates involved and her growth. It's been great. Asterisk Sides saw firsthand how Clark carries herself, how she leads, and how she thrives under pressure. When a coach draws comparisons to MJ, Kobe, and Curry, three of the greatest competitors in basketball history, it means Clark isn't just an elite shooter. She's built different. She has the mindset that separates legends from merely great players. She's used to taking deep shots. But there are times she comes off ball screens and has open looks from mid-range, and we're working on getting her comfortable taking those shots too. It's going to get open looks, and she's